Greetings, families. Welcome back. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Yes, we are in Niger once again. Major infrastructure is going on over there. I've shared one area on this one. Is very, very important one as well because it concerns energy. This plant is going to serve Niger about roughly 90 to 120 megawatts of electricity. So it's important. The Minister for Transport, Energy, and more, they have visited this site to convey a message from the president, also to find out if they need anything because they want it to finish within the shortest possible time. According to them, they will finish in May next year, 2025. So, yes, families, listen, and I'll be back. Thank you so much for your time.
Head of State, Brigadier General Abraham Shani today visited the site of the Sheltered Wind Platform, an 80-megawatt power plant in the Dosso region. The mission, made up of the Minister of Transport and Equipment and the Chief of Staff to the President of the CNSP, was welcomed by the Regional Governor, Du Dosso Ahmed Umahokijani, and dispatched by the President of the Conseil National pour la Sauvegarde, Adel La Patrie, Head of State. This delegation led by the Ministers of Transport and Equipment, Colonel Major Sai Submarine Salisu and the Private Chiefs of Staff of the President of the CNSP, Colonel Ibro Amadou Bacharu, went to see the progress of construction work on the platform that will house the 90-megawatt power plant, as well as the one that can be extended to 120 megawatts. Welcomed at the entrance to the town of Dosso by the regional governor, the delegation was immediately transported to the site. On site, they were first given a full explanation of the projects to be carried out by the company Niger Wall Exploitation, before visiting the company's base, the sites themselves and the machinery and equipment destined for the various works. Satisfied with what they had seen on site, the delegation logically passed on to the project owner. Change and messages of support from the Head of State, Brigadier General Abdurrahman Tiani, for whom the realization of this project is very important. As you know, energy sovereignty is very important to us, and to the Head of State, and so this is a project in which the Head of State believes. The Prime Minister, His Excellency Ali Mamad Lamazan, members of the Council, members of the government believe. We're here to offer support. The support of higher authorities. Listen to the promoter to discuss if there are any particular difficulties. What are the means to overcome these difficulties in order to achieve the objectives that have been set? So it's a source of satisfaction for us to find someone who's committed, who hasn't waited, and who's doing what he promised to do. Construction work on the Dosso power plant platform is currently at 32% completion, scheduled to start on September 1, 2024. They are scheduled for completion in May 2025. The completion of these ambitious projects will contribute to achieving the country's energy sovereignty. This morning, the Ministry of
Thank you, families, for listening up to this stage. I've added another infrastructure project to this video. It's about the flood, the bridges, the road that collapsed during the rainy season that has destroyed a lot of things. They are repairing them by destroying some of the old railway lines that are not working to rebuild the whole place. It's a big project, and you know them. Everything is about quality. Family, listen, I'll be back. Thank you for your time.
and equipment was at the urban roadworks site, where preparatory work is actively underway, and at the Niamey-Kalo Axis Rehabilitation site in the village of Hindangathere, where emergency work is almost complete. Colonel Major Sailors Mohammed Salisu went to see for himself. How far along are you? Let's talk to Agenda Blazai. The first stop on the Minister of Transport and Equipment's field trip this Tuesday, December 3, 2024, was the CPTP Public Works Training Center, where elements of the rail being dismantled on the RNL as part of the Niamey Urban Road Development Project are being laid. The College Major, Salsamam Salisak, came to check on the safety of these materials, which include lengths of cut rail. Diéclasis en boys et en beaten ou de vis à rails à eu des explications sur les dispositions prises à cet effet. These included the installation of several surveillance cameras. The Minister of Transport and Equipment then visited the urban roadworks site on the RN to see how work was progressing. Preparatory work on the project is continuing, with the dismantling of the remaining rails on the road right-of-way and the construction of the planned bypasses, the first 4 kilometers of which is nearing completion. College Major Salisuma Mansal would like to move on to Maus, where the road was cut off due to heavy rainfall this year. Sogasatum Niger, which is carrying out the work, will build a new 100 linear meter bridge in place of the existing 42 million bridge, to contain the flow of water and avoid a repeat of this unfortunate situation, in accordance with the directives done by the Minister of Transport during his previous visit. The last stop on Colonel Major Salsaman Salasu's tour was the Niamey Road. Kolo, which suffered the same fate as the village of Ndunjita, had an impassable road at the time of the incident. Here's what the road looked like as the minister passed by. Last August 25th, we were here after a week of intense work conducted by a company, the place more than to ally and congratulate here to launch the return to circulation. From this point of view, work has continued since August 25th to rehabilitate the roadway to the great satisfaction of the local population. And we're here today, December 3rd, to see that the asphalting has been completed. We still have some protection work to do before the work is finally finished. But as you can see, the 1 kilometer of roadway is practically finished. To Rivera's great satisfaction, we also had the opportunity, before we were quite new, to take a look at the roadworks on the RN1 at the exit of the jump that are currently being carried out by the Sathan company is making excellent progress. In terms of dismantling the rails, of the 5,800 linear meters that need to be removed, we're now down to practically 5,700. Around 100 meters are left to finalize within 48 to 72 hours. The bitumen surface dressing layer will also be applied in due course. At the Sorrel Point, we've also noticed that work is underway to finalize the studies required for the very start of work on the Sun. So there you have it. It's satisfying to see all parties involved working together. Are working hard to make sure that in any case, what we've known as couture from the capital during the past winter campaign, don't come and find us during the campaign we're starting inshallah in a few months' time. On the way back, the Minister of Transport and Equipment stopped off at the sealing site and the Grimalamkalo section. As at previous stops, he insisted on quality workmanship and better road maintenance to avoid costly sealing work.
Thank you, families, for your time. I haven't taken your time for granted. I just thought these major infrastructures that are going on, I'll put them on the channel. So one day when everything is completed, we can look back and see how far things has improved. Right now, they are concentrating on infrastructure, building the country. The major rain that has destroyed a lot of bridges and even life, they are trying to put things right. So next time, hopefully, by the grace of God, something like that will not affect a lot of people. Natural disaster, you cannot say never, but at least you can try your best. Thank you, families. The energy is also a big deal, and in May we'll be seeing brand new plant that will be helping and serving the people. God bless you all. You can tell they are concentrating on security and infrastructure, agriculture, making everything possible. And now that they got their mining uranium back, you can tell by next year there will be like, I can just imagine. You can imagine as well. We thank God for everything. My VIPs, my kings and queens, my returning VIPs, thank you all. God bless you. If this is your first time, my name is Mambi, and I promise I will see you soon. God bless you all. Ready to RTN. See you, families.